우리 작은 팟캐스트 하프앤하프에
Mm-hmm.
드디어 주간 게스트 매주 한 번씩 나오는 고정 게스트가 생겼어요.
Mm-hmm.
그리고 보통 게스트가 아닙니다. 아주 아주 제가 개인적으로 팬인
Mm.
분께서 고정 게스트도 아니죠 사실.
I guess not. Maybe I'm a host now.
코호스트 공동
Wow.
진행자입니다.
Mm.
네,
It's an
공동
honor.
진행자로. 아, 네네. 아니 제가 영광이죠 제가.
Wow.
네. 그래서 하프앤하프의 코호스트 자기소개 부탁드립니다.
Sure. I can introduce myself a little. My name's Jeep Barnett. I'm a game programmer. I made a game called Portal, and I also worked on a lot of games at Valve, like Left 4 Dead, Counter-Strike, Team Fortress, many other games. And now I'm living in Canada. And I don't know. I'm really excited to be here talking in English. I don't often talk in English to a Korean audience, so I can talk very naturally, and I enjoy that part of it. And yeah, I've also occasionally checked out Taeyoong's various channels. I learn from them because they're very helpful for me to like listen to natural Korean, and especially with his comprehensible input, being able to naturally see. 보세요. See, here,
오,
So
진짜 많네요.
yeah, so being able to see and hear and combine those two is very, very helpful for me. So yeah, I'm excited.
와, 아니 그 말은 그 우리가 이렇게 팟캐스트 때문에 연락하기 전부터 저를 알고 있었단 말이죠.
Yeah, that's right.
대박. 와, 와 미쳤네요. 와, 그 제가 가끔씩
Mm.
깜짝깜짝 놀랄 때가 있거든요.
Really?
네, 저 제가 만든 컨텐츠를 보고 구독한 사람들이 가끔씩 진짜 놀랄 만큼 좀 대단한 사람들이 있을 때가 있어요.
Uh, that's cool.
네,
But
네.
but yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be really fun talking about various topics. Each time we talk, we'll have a different specific topic. And there's quite a few things that I want to talk about. Actually,
어,
one thing I'm interested in talking about later, I'll just say this now, is 보세요, 들으세요. I want to talk about hand gestures
아,
because in English, we have thumbs up, which is 따봉.
네,
But
따봉.
yeah, and when we count things, we count like this. And
아,
there's there's all these different hand gestures that are different in English or American culture and Korean culture. So I think doing a hand gesture talk sometime would be really fun. Yeah.
1,
Mm.
2, 3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5.
아, 거기는 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's American
어,
stuff.
어,
Yeah.
잠시만요. 우리 두 손으로 많이 해서 그런가? 이렇게 하면 왼쪽부터 오른쪽으로 쭉 되잖아요.
Oh, really?
아닌가?
No, we go this way and then this way.
아, 그 코엔틴 타란티노
Mm-hmm. Yes.
영화 중에
Yeah.
그 Bastards
Inglorious Bastards. Yeah.
Inglorious Bastards.
Mhm.
거기서도 그게 되게 중요한 장면이 있잖아요.
That's right. Yeah, in the bar, they're ordering. I think ordering beer, ordering. They're smoking,
맞아요.
and some people hold cigarettes this way, and some people hold it this way. It's a very important difference. Americans
오,
this way, Germans this way. So yeah,
저 그거 몰랐어요.
yeah. There's
어,
in that scene. There's many different things that they're all doing to try to pretend to be German. And if they make one mistake, they could be killed. So yeah, it's very stressful, exciting scene. Yeah.
그렇죠. 그런 거 너무 재밌지 않아요?
Yeah, so fun. Yeah.
네. 저는 그래서 갑자기 너무 다른 얘기를 오래 하는데 어쨌든 저는 그 영화에서 그 한스 란다를 엄청 좋아합니다.
Oh, cool.
너무 재밌는 캐릭터 같아요.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
예, 예. 그 영화에서 되게 중요한 캐릭터 같은데 아무튼 자 다시 돌아와서
Okay.
네 그래서 그 비록 지프가 첫 게스트는 아니지만
Mm.
그 매주 나오는 코 호스트고 그런데 제가
Mhm.
다른 게스트 분들은 첫 에피소드에서 아무래도 사람들이 모르는 사람들이 많으니까
Right.
어떤 일을 하는지 또 어떤 생각을 많이 하는지에 대한 그런 아이덴티티적인 에피소드를 첫 에피소드로 다 했어요.
Right.
근데 사실 지프는 뭐 그럴 필요 없을 것 같아서
That makes sense too. Yeah, that's fine. We don't have to do
네,
it that way.
네 그렇죠. 그리고 지프 채널에 또 지프가
Mm.
직접 한 이야기들도 많으니까
Right. But again, it's very difficult for me interviewing in Korean. So being able to do this type of podcast where I can talk to people and interview them in English, so much easier for me. And hopefully it helps other people who are watching.
그럴 거예요 아마.
Yeah.
네, 네 기회가 된다면
Mm.
그런 또 다른 분도 이렇게
Mm.
우리 중간에 초대해서
Absolutely.
얘기를 하면 진짜 재밌을 것 같습니다.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
네. 자, 아무튼 그래서 지프의 첫 에피소드로 뭐 지프의 아이덴티티적인 얘기를 담기엔 할 얘기도 너무 많을 거고, 네 그렇기 때문에
Mhm.
이번 에피소드는 저와 지프의 인생 게임 탑 3,
Mhm.
네 인생 게임 세 가지를 서로 얘기해보는 시간으로 할 겁니다.
Yeah. We want to talk about our top 3 games of all time. That's how we say it in
네.
English. Top 3 games of all time. Or
아,
my 3 favorite games. My 3 favorite games. So,
그렇게 얘기하는구나.
So it's not the best 3 games. It's my favorite 3 games.
그렇죠. 그 중요하죠.
Right.
네.
Cool. So yeah, I think we should start with number 3 and then number 2 and then number 1. Talk about number 3 for a while and then we'll talk about number 2. Do you want to
좋아요.
go first or should I go first?
그 지프의 게임들을 더 많이 궁금할 것 같아서 청취자분들이
Okay.
먼저 가시죠. 예. 잠시만. 그런데
Yeah.
미리 말씀드립니다.
Yeah.
저는 포탈을 정말 좋아하지만
Yeah.
이번 에피소드에서는
오케이.
일부러 뺐어요. 예.
Okay. We can talk about Portal also. Yeah.
그렇죠. 예. 다음에 얘기하면 되니까.
Okay. We'll talk about Portal next time.
네.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So I'm going to tell you my number three top favorite game is Yoshi's Island for the Super Nintendo. Taeyong and I haven't talked about this ahead of time, so you can be surprised. So Yoshi's Island is the sequel to Super Mario World. So Super Mario Brothers game, Super Mario World. It's from
네.
1995. It's a platforming game, right? So the character, they move and they jump, boink, 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 boink. But
네.
you're not Mario, you're Yoshi.
요시.
is the green dinosaur. He's green.
맞아요.
Right. And so you're Yoshi, and then there's Baby Mario. Baby Mario rides on your back. And so you're carrying Baby Mario through the levels. And everything is very, very colorful, like very beautiful, bright. There's lots of flowers, and everything has like kind of very cartoon style. It's very animated. Everything moves. And what I love about this game is that the movement in the game, when the character moves, they move very, very smoothly. They like, you jump and you float and you have a lot of momentum when you move back and forth. And the player has a lot of control for very, very carefully going up and down and through the level, trying to avoid enemies and trying to collect hidden items and secrets. And yeah, that's my number 3 favorite game. I played this game a lot when I was a kid, a lot. Have you
어릴
played the game?
때부터
Yeah.
아니요, 저는 있는 줄도 몰랐어요.
Wow, I very recommend it.
그게 95년도라고요?
Yeah, it's 1995.
예, 1995년에
Yeah.
나온 게임인데, 아, 그러면은
Mm-hmm.
그 제프가
Mm-hmm.
저는 그 게임이 왜 좋았다고 좋았는지 얘기할 때
Mm-hmm.
그 막 동작이 부드럽고
Yeah.
되게 그 조작하는 거, 컨트롤하는 거에 대해서 얘기를 중점적으로 했잖아요.
Yeah, exactly.
네, 주로. 그래서 저는 그러면 게임 개발을 하고 난 뒤에 그 게임 개발자 입장에서 그 게임을 좋아했나 생각했는데
Mm.
근데 또 듣고 보니까 어릴 때부터 좋아했던
Mm.
거네요.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So it's only a single player game. You can't play two people at the same time. But me and my brother, I would play one level, then he would play one level. Then I would play, or I would die, and then he would play. And we'd trade back and forth like that.
아,
And so we tried to help each other or try to solve the puzzles together. And that was really fun. Yeah, and the other thing, the audio in the game is also very unique. The music is very stylish and very kind of funny. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but the soundtrack, the soundtrack in the game is so amazing.
와.
And all the sounds. Yoshi has a lot of sounds. So when he eats, he's like meow meow meow,
네.
wahoo, like making all those cute sounds. And so I really loved that as a kid. I still love the game. And yeah, when I make games, I try to think about Yoshi's Island sometimes. So, for example, Portal as an example. When I think about what can the player do, the player can jump, they can crouch, they can make a portal, they can go through, they can fall in a portal, they can come up from a portal, they can go out from a portal. Here's the
Ooh.
different things, right? And so just like that, Yoshi, he can jump, he can float, he can stomp, he can use his tongue, he can eat enemies, he can make an egg, he can throw the eggs. I think about what does the player do? A, B, C, D, E, F.
네.
Yeah.
아, 생각해 보니까 포탈이랑 비슷한 부분이 있네요.
A little bit, yeah. There's some similarities.
재밌다.
Yeah.
그러면 전체적인 게임 인터페이스라고 하나?
Mhm,
그런
mhm.
게임 디자인이 마리오랑 비슷하겠네요.
Yeah, it's very similar. Yep. Yeah, and another thing I remember as a kid is, especially games back then, there was no tutorial in the game. The game came with a manual. A manual is a little book, right? So
네.
you'd read the book and it would have pictures that says, this is how you jump, this is how you run, this is how you fly or float. And when I make games, I think about if I was making a book, an instruction book, I sometimes draw pictures and say, this is the portal and this is when you go in, this is when you go out. I make an instruction book so I can imagine like what are all the different things you can do in the game. Just like that. So yeah.
되게 재밌는 사실들을
Yeah,
알았습니다.
Okay. What's your number
포털
3? Oh no, you can ask about Portal if you want.
아니야. 그 포털 개발에
Yeah.
그 요시
Mm.
요시의 아일랜드가
Mm.
영향을 미치기도 했다.
Yeah, definitely.
네, 흥미롭군요. 다른 데서 이 얘기 한 적 있어요?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
한 적 있구나.
Yeah.
네. 그래서 저는
Mm-hmm.
사실 1, 2위는 되게 쉽게 골랐는데
Mm-hmm.
3위는 고르는 게 되게 어려웠거든요.
Yeah, it's hard.
네, 3위는 고르는 게 너무 어려웠는데 그래서 고민을 며칠 동안 했거든요.
Mm-hmm.
그래서 계속 바뀌다가 오늘 결론 내린 제 인생 게임 3위는
Mm-hmm.
메트로 시리즈 알아요?
Metroid?
메트로?
Oh, Metro, like underground Metro.
네.
Yeah. Post-apocalyptic. Yes, I know.
맞아요.
Yeah.
네, 그 중에 2편인 메트로 레스
Number 2?
라이트를
Yes, that's my favorite too.
그래요?
Yeah, of the Metro series, number 2 is the best. Yeah.
맞아요. 그런 것 같아요.
Mm-hmm.
네, 저는 그 게임을 저의 인생 게임 중에 3위로 꼽았습니다.
Mm-hmm.
일단 제가 게임을 되게 다양하게 많은 게임을 해본 편은 아니에요.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
그리고 비교적 게임을 좀 늦게 시작한 편이고
Yeah.
네. 그래서 제가 좋아하는 게임 그 스코프가 좀 좁거든요.
Right, right,
그래서 제가 아는 게임들이 그렇게 막 많지는 않다는 건데.
right.
네, 네. 아무튼 어 저는 게임할 때 스토리를 되게 중요시하는 것 같아요.
Yeah, story's important.
네. 그리고 영화나 뭐 드라마 같은 것도 되게 좋아하는 편인데
Mm-hmm.
그 중에서도 특히 뭐 SF나 포스트 아포칼립스 이런 물들을 되게 좋아하고
Uh, you
네.
really like
근데
sci-fi.
네네 사이파이 진짜 좋아하고
Mm.
포스트 아포칼립스도 엄청 좋아해요. 그래서 영화 같은 것도 항상 그런 거 찾아보는 편인데
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
근데 메트로 레스트라이트를 하면서
Mhm.
되게 영화를 보는 느낌이 아니라 영화를 하는 느낌이 들었어요.
Mm.
영화 안에서 내가 주인공이 돼서 움직이는 느낌.
Right. Yeah, you feel like you're inside the world. It's you and you're really there.
네, 네.
Mm-hmm.
근데 그런 느낌이 드는 게임들이 사실 그 탑 3에 다 그렇고
Mm.
그리고 탑 4, 5에 있는 그 막 고민했던 게임들도 대부분 다 그런 게임들이에요, 사실.
I see, I see.
예. 예.
Yeah.
네, 근데 그 중에서도 메트로를 3위로 넣은 이유는
Mm.
그 스토리가 너무 매력적이에요.
Yeah, yeah. The story is great and the characters are so interesting in that game. Yeah.
네.
Mm-hmm.
그리고 그 여러 그 역들이 있잖아요. 스테이션들이 있잖아요.
Yes, yeah. Each station. Mm-hmm.
네, 네. 그래서 그 역에 사는 사람들이 또 스타일이 다르잖아요.
Yeah, yeah. It's they have little villages inside each station, and each village is different.
네, 네.
Mm-hmm.
막 무슨 나치 빌리지도 있고 막그 되게 여러 가지 개성이 있는데
Mm-hmm.
그것들을 하나하나 막 그 체험하는 게
Mm-hmm.
너무 그 테마파크에 놀러 간 느낌?
Yeah, it's like a theme park. Yeah, yeah. I love the level that has like a theater stage, and you can go and watch them perform in the stage. It's amazing. It's so cool.
오, 맞아요, 맞아요. 너무 재밌었어요. 그
Yeah,
체험도.
Mm-hmm.
네.
Yeah, I think that I don't know if it's the same village or same station, but there's one that also is kind of like Venice, like Italy, Venice, where there's a lot of water and they have boats on the water and they ride the boats.
같은 마을일걸요?
Yeah.
네, 그 배 타고
it's the
거기로
same one?
가서
Yeah.
예, 아마 제 기억으로는 그래요.
Okay. Yeah, I love that area.
네.
It's so cool.
맞아요. 예. 그래서 그래서 이 편을 되게 우연히
Mm-hmm.
그 스팀 세일할 때
Mm.
그 너무 스팀 세일도 아니다. 그
어?
에픽 게임즈에서
For free?
네네 그 무료로 게임 주잖아요.
Mm-hmm.
그래서 무료로 다운 받았다가 이게 뭔가 해서 한번 해봤는데
Mm.
그렇게 시작하고 빠져들어서
Mm.
그 쭉 끝까지 다 했거든요.
Oh, wow. In one day?
하루는
Okay.
아니고
Okay, okay.
한 3일 걸렸을 거예요.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. It's not
네.
not a long game, but it's not short. It's not a short game.
꽤 길어요, 꽤.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
네. 그래서 그 2를 너무 재밌게 해서
Mm.
3편도 그냥 결제해서 했습니다.
Yeah. Cool.
네, 그냥 돈 주고 사서 했습니다.
Right. I want to say one more thing about that game though. That's really cool. I love
네.
the weapons and the items because like for example the mask when you put it on like it covers the screen and like stuff gets on the mask you have to clean it off like this
맞아요.
and the weapons they have often like have an action where you like you pump yeah
뭐라고 그러지 그거
I don't remember.
펌프
yeah
네.
some kind of air pump gun or something.
네.
It's so cool.
그래서 그 동그란 그 쇠에 볼 쏘는 거.
Right. Yeah.
네.
Anyway, I love that. That's so cool.
알고 있었군요. 아무튼 그거 4도 4편도 나온다길래
Oh, really?
네.
That's cool.
기다리고 있습니다.
Yeah, I would try it. Yeah, number 3. Metro number 3, I didn't like that much. Number 2, I just loved. And I would try 4 because maybe it'll be good.
아,
Yeah.
그쵸.
Cool. All right.
네. 그러면
Number 2?
2. 네, 넘버
Okay.
2로 넘어가죠.
Okay. I think you might know this game. Number 2, my number 2 game is Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds. Do you know this game?
알아요.
오케이.
네, 네. 그것도 되게 평가가 좋고 유명한 게임
음.
아닌가요?
Yeah, recently. It's 20 came out in 2020 is the year. Have you've played it?
아니요, 해보진 않았어요.
Oh my god, you need to play this game.
오.
Okay. So in the game, I'll explain it. You are an astronaut. So you have like a very like astronaut helmet and like a spacesuit, and you have like a spaceship. You get in your spaceship and you fly away from your planet, right? You fly, and then you
네.
go to a different planet. You fly to a planet. You land. You get out of your spaceship. You walk around on the planet, and all the planets are completely different. There's one planet that's all water. There's one planet that's made of trees. There's one planet that's like lava. There's an ice planet. There's one that's bit by bit falling apart, being destroyed a little bit at a time. And so you're exploring. We call this a solar system. Solar system. So solar is the sun, right?
네.
The sun. And then
네.
around the sun is all the planets, right? 1, 2, 3, 4,
그렇죠.
5, 6, 7. So this is the solar system. So you're exploring this entire solar system, and everywhere on every planet is hundreds of puzzles, very, very small puzzles.
와.
So you're exploring and learning about the aliens that were on those planets and the messages that they wrote, but also trying to look at the puzzles and the machines that they built and use their machines. And then the weirdest thing in the game, every 25 minutes, the sun grows and then explodes. The whole sun explodes.
에?
The entire solar system is destroyed completely, all gone.
에?
And then
무슨
and then it all rewinds. Everything rewinds, and you go back to the start. You're at the beginning again. So you explore for 20 minutes, everything explodes, and then rewind. And then explore, explode, rewind. It's time travel
아니,
game. You time travel.
어.
Yeah.
근데 그러면 그 시작하는 곳이 리셋되는 거예요?
That's right. You reset back to the beginning.
그러면 되게 멀리까지 가서 구경을 하고 싶으면
Yeah.
어떻게 해요?
Well, so even though it's a solar system, your ship is very fast, so you can travel to the farthest part and then back to the other side in 10 minutes. But if there's a puzzle that's very far away, you have to travel very far to that puzzle, get out of your spaceship, do the puzzle, and try to finish it before 25 minutes because everything is timed.
아,
And then some things, since it's like, do you know the movie Groundhog's Day? In Korean, it has a very different name. It's something,
Groundhog's Day?
ooh, I might have to search for this.
저도 찾아볼게요.
Do you know Bill Murray?
빌 머리 알아요.
Okay. Bill Murray, 20 years ago, was in a romance film where he lived one day and then restart at the beginning of the day. Same day, same day, same day, same day, over and over and over. And so every time he goes through the day, he learns something new and then restarts, and then goes through the day and restarts. But everybody else does the same thing every time. He talks to people,
네.
they have the same conversation. He sees a car accident, and tomorrow, same car accident. Next day, same car accident, always the same. So when he learns about these problems, he can help the people. He can prevent the car accident, or he can change the conversation or do something different each time. And so this game is like that. You can learn what happens every time in the universe and then make changes so different things happen and try to solve the mystery about why is this solar system exploding. So yeah, it's an amazing game. Very amazing.
와, 진짜 아이디어 좋다.
Yeah, yeah. It's such a cool idea.
와, 네. 그 참고로 영화 한글 이름은
Mm.
사랑의 블랙홀이네요.
Yeah, Love Black Hole. That's right. Yeah.
네, 사랑의 블랙홀. 음,
Mm.
와, 근데 왠지 찌프가 좋아할 만한 게임인 것 같네요.
Yeah.
네, 저도 해봐야 되겠어요.
Yeah, you should play it. I recommend it to everybody. I think how do I explain? It's just it's if you like action games, it's not an action game. It's not a
네.
shooting game. It's an exploring and puzzle game. So you have to like exploring and puzzles and mysteries.
음,
Yeah. But
저 퍼즐 게임도 되게 좋아하거든요.
yeah.
근데 그 퍼즐의 스타일이
hmm
뭐 포럴 같은 퍼즐이에요? 아니면 뭐 그 뭐냐
it's more like The Witness, if you know that game. The Witness.
윈니스
The Witness is made by Jonathan Blow, and
네.
it's another exploration game, kind of like this one. So yeah,
윈니스
yeah. There's actually a special genre name for this genre.
네.
So do you know the game? Sorry, do you know the genre Metrovania style game?
네, 알아요.
Okay, so Metrovania games, you're going through an environment, and then you collect a new item or a new
네.
ability, and the new ability
네.
lets you go to a new place and get another ability, and then go to a new place and get another ability, right?
음.
This genre, this puzzle genre, we call Metrobrainia, Metrobrainia, because you don't get new abilities, you just learn new things. And
네.
when you learn something new, you can go to a new place or you can unlock a new secret or find a new thing. And so when you explore, you learn more and then can go to new places. So Metroidbrainia.
아, 작년에
Yeah.
이름이 뭐였더라?
Mhm.
Chance of Senna라는 게임
Chance
했었는데.
Chance of Rain? Wait.
Chant of Sennar.
Oh, Chant of Sonar. I've heard of that game, but I haven't played it. Yeah, it's kind of similar.
네, 그게 딱 그 메트로 브레이니아
음.
같아요.
Definitely. Yeah.
네. 그거는 참고로 모르는 언어를 해독하는 게임인데
hmm
이게
Yeah.
처음 보는 언어를 글씨를 막 보면서 이게 무슨 뜻인지 막
Right.
알아가는 게임이거든요.
Exactly. Yeah. Trying to understand and learn an alien language. Yeah.
맞아요.
Mm.
근데 그런 류의 퍼즐이에요. 아우터 와일즈는.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. It has that kind of puzzle too.
좋습니다.
Cool. Okay. What's your number two?
저는 너무 비슷한 것들인데
hmm
이번엔 비슷한 건 아닌가? 넘버 2는
hmm
CDPR의 사이버펑크
Mm.
2077입니다.
Cool.
네, 근데 이건 어쩔 수 없어요. 제가 SF 매니아이기 때문에 저는 네, 진짜 너무 그러니까 이건 안 고를 수가 없겠더라고요.
hmm
네, 비록 제가 정말 좋아하는 스타일의 SF 느낌은 아니지만
hmm
저는 그 블레이드 러너의
hmm
바이브를 엄청 좋아하거든요.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
네. 네. 근데 사이버펑크는 그거보다는 조금 더 밝은 느낌이 있는 것 같아요.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. I
네.
mean, it is it is a little bit dystopia. We call it dystopia, meaning
네.
future, not good future.
맞아요.
Because corporations are, own everything, and it's everything's
네.
money, and there's a lot of like, murder and things like that.
네, 네.
Oh, cool game. I've only played maybe the first hour of Cyberpunk. I haven't played a lot, but I thought it
네.
was really good what I played. Yeah.
저는 그 게임을 또 얼마나 좋아했는지 얘기를 하려면
Mhm.
제가 게임에 큰 돈을 써본 적이 없었어요.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
사이버펑크 전까지.
Uh-huh.
아니 무슨 게임에 막 4만 원, 5만 원 이렇게 돈을 써 이런 생각을 했었거든요.
Right,
게임을
right.
뭐 많이 안 해봐서.
Right.
근데 사이버펑크라는 게임이 나와서 막 입맛만 다시고 있었어요. 막 입만 재밌겠다 이렇게.
Yeah, it we say it hits the spot. It's exactly what you want. It hits the spot.
네, 그래서 저 재밌겠는데 생각만 하고 있다가
Mhm.
또 그 에픽 게임즈에서
Mhm.
무료는 아니고
Mm.
한 50% 정도 엄청 세일을 했었어요.
Yeah.
근데 그래서 옳았구나 하고 그걸 사서 게임을 했는데
Mhm.
너무 재밌는 거예요.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely. And that's a game like you can play that for 100, 200, 300 hours if you want. There's so much in the game, right? It's just huge.
맞아요.
Right.
그래서 에픽 게임즈에서
Mm.
그 게임을 사서
Mhm.
근데 또 그 익스펜션
Expansion. Right.
뭐라고 하지? 갑자기 영어가
DLC?
생각이 안 나는데. DLC.
Mm.
근데 또 DLC는 안 샀어요.
Uh-huh.
DLC는 안 사고 일단 본 게임만 사서 해보고 재밌으면 DLC도 사야지 이렇게 생각을 하고 게임을 했는데
Yeah.
근데 DLC 없이 한 100시간을 했잖아요.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
근데 할 거를 본편에서 본 게임을 다 하고 나니까
Mhm.
그 좀 부족한 마음이 들어서 그 넥서스 모즈 가가지고
Uh-huh.
그 막 모드들을 설치하려고 했거든요.
Right.
근데 에픽 게임즈의 사이버펑크는 모드를 적용하는 게 너무 까다로운 거예요.
Oh, really요? I said 진짜요? really요? Oh, sorry.
네. 아니
Yeah. Wow.
그 스팀으로 게임을 하면 모드 까는 게 너무 쉬운데
Yeah.
에픽 게임즈에서 하니까 너무 막 어디다가 파일을 넣어야 되는지도 모르겠고 막.
Oh, weird.
근데 그래서 결국 어떻게 했냐면
Mhm.
에픽 게임즈에 사이버펑크가 있는데 스팀에서 사이버펑크를 또 샀어요.
Oh, so you just ended up buying it again on Steam?
네.
Oh, so you didn't have to deal with Nexus mods. You could use the Steam Workshop instead, right?
네. 그리고 DLC도 같이 사면서.
That's good. What mods do you like for it? What do you usually use?
모드 뭐 한 50개는 깔려 있을 걸요.
Wow, that many?
네. 근데 모드 중에 제일 좋아하는 거는
Mhm.
그 사이버펑크 세계에
Mhm.
그 나이트시티라는 도시가 배경인데
Right.
그 도시에 막 그 지역마다 그 특별한 갱단 같은 조직들이 있거든요.
Right.
근데 그 어떤 모드가 있는데 그 모드를 설치하면
Mhm.
도시에 그 갱단들이 막 수시로 전쟁을 해요.
So when you install the mods, then sometimes the gangs will fight each other?
네.
Wow, okay.
이게 계속 뭐 자기들끼리 막 싸워요. 원래 본 게임은 그렇지 않거든요. 되게 평화로워요, 게임이.
Right, right.
근데
Yeah, that's interesting.
네, 이제 매일 전쟁이 벌어지는.
Wow, that's cool.
네. 예.
How many hours do you think you've played Cyberpunk?
한 200시간 되는
Oh
것
my
같아요.
god, wow, that's a lot.
네, 그게 왜냐면 처음 게임 시작할 때
Mhm.
캐릭터의 뭐 라이프 패스라고 하는데
Mhm. Mhm.
그 캐릭터의 출신을 고를 수가 있거든요.
Mhm.
그 얘가 옛날에 뭐 회사에 다니던 애였는지,
Right.
아니면 뭐 거지였는지,
Mhm.
아니면 뭐 그냥 뭐 막 돌아다니는 뭐 노매드 이런 사람이었는지 그런 걸 고를 수 있는데
Mhm.
그거에 따라서 게임 안에서 한 사람들이랑 하는 대화
Mm.
그 대사들이 좀 달라져요.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
네, 그리고 또 마지막에는
Mm-hmm.
어떤 선택을 하느냐에 따라서 결말도 달라지거든요.
Right, right. Yeah, there's different endings and different paths depending on what choices you make, who you talk to, and
네,
how you finish their missions or not. So yeah.
맞아요.
Right,
네,
right.
그래서 한 세 번 로테이션 한 것 같아요.
Played it 3 times. Yeah.
네, 그래서 한 200시간 된 것 같습니다.
Wow. Yeah, very replayable game. That's true. Yeah, RPGs
네,
like that often, if you play them multiple times, you can see different characters in different areas and different story. Yeah, that's
네,
cool. Neat.
네, 네,
All
네.
right.
그래서 그것도 2가 얼른 나오면 좋겠습니다.
Mhm.
네,
Yeah,
그러면
Cyberpunk
대망의
2. It might take 10 years though. Those games take a very long time to develop. So, yeah.
맞아요. 예, 맞아요. 맞아요.
Yeah.
자, 그러면
All
넘버
right.
원으로 갈까요?
Sure. Let's do number one.
네.
Okay, number one. My number one game. I think you've probably heard of this. My number one game is XCOM 2. XCOM 2.
엑스컴 2.
Yeah, do you know this game?
외계인 나오는 거 아니에요?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's about aliens.
맞죠? 그, 그 표지라고 하나? 그 게임 그 패키지에 외계인 얼굴 딱 크게
Oh,
그려져
yeah, yeah,
있는 거
yeah, yeah.
아니에요?
The big alien head, right? Yeah.
네.
Mhm.
그것도 되게 오래 전부터 있었던
음.
프랜차이즈 아니에요?
Yeah. So when I was young, when I was a kid, on PC, I don't remember what year. It was probably like 1990, 91. I don't know. It's a pretty old game. There was the XCOM series, and I played that game a lot. I really loved that game. And then I played the sequel also, Terror from the Deep, XCOM Terror from the Deep. It's underwater aliens.
네.
And then many, many, many years later, actually there was a number 3 and maybe a number 4, but they're not very good. So then many years later, 2012. In 2012, there was the XCOM remake, XCOM Enemy Unknown remake, which I really loved.
오.
And then the sequel came out in oh sorry, the original was 2020. The sequel came out in or 2010 was the remake. 2012 is the sequel, I think. So XCOM 2, it's so good. Okay, so the story in XCOM 1 is Earth. Aliens are coming to Earth, right? They're attacking
네.
Earth. And you're defending the Earth. You're trying to protect and save the Earth. That's number 1.
오.
But in number 1, in the story, the humans lose. They don't win. The aliens do take over the Earth.
오.
So in the future, there's very big like future cities, and humans still live there, and aliens still live there too. But the government and the authority of the world is all controlled by aliens. Aliens control everything in the world,
네.
and so humans they can live, but they don't have a very good life. It's not a very good life.
오.
And so in XCOM 2, you're creating a new rebellion. You're trying to create a new group of warriors to fight the aliens that control the Earth right now and
와.
regain control for humans.
와.
Yeah.
재밌겠다.
Yeah. And so in the game, it's a tactical strategy game. So we call it turn-based game. You take one turn, aliens take one turn. You take one turn,
네.
aliens take one turn. And so when you're on your turn, you can think for a long time and think about, I want this character to go here and hide here, and then
네.
shoot this character, and then use this ability, and then this character he goes over here and he heals this character, he protects this area, right? So every you have a squad of 4 or 5 or 6 characters all working together, and you have to use strategy to attack and defeat the enemy that
네.
is in the level, right? And then after you finish one mission, you fight the battle, you go back to your base and uh, you upgrade your characters. They get new
네, 네,
ability,
네.
or you build your base. You add new rooms. You add new science facility, medical facility, engineering facility. You build new parts in your base, and you try to plan your next mission. Decide, should we go here or should we go here? Should we go here? What's the best place to go on this map of the whole planet, right? So you want to use your strategy and slowly grow your army and improve your characters. But but the thing I like the most about it is you can play it in what's called Iron Man mode. Iron Man.
아이언맨 모드? 네.
Yeah. Iron Man mode means you cannot go back to previous save game. You always go forward.
와.
So if your character dies, they're dead. You never see them again. If you fail a mission, you fail the mission, and you
그냥
can,
게임 오버.
it's not game over. You continue.
아.
You keep going.
아,
But that mission was a
네.
failure. You didn't.
아, 그렇죠,
succeed.
그렇죠. 네, 네, 네.
Because there you can keep going and doing many missions. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes players get characters get strong. Sometimes they die.
아,
And
네.
if you have a good character that dies, it's so sad. You're like, oh no, this character has been with me for 10 hours. Slowly making this character better, improving them, and now they're dead. And and when they die, it's your fault. You made a bad choice. You
네.
put them in a dangerous place, or you made an accident, or you did something wrong. You didn't protect them, and so you feel bad, like, oh, it's all my fault. I made this mistake.
어.
So yeah, that's my number one.
와. 근데 그게 진짜 재밌는 시스템인 것 같아요. 저는 가끔 무한한 세이브 기회가 있을 때 게임의 재미가 떨어지는 것 같다고 느끼거든요.
For some people, yes.
예, 근데 그건 완전히 정반대의 상황이잖아요.
Right. Yeah. It depends on the person, and you can play the game not Iron Man. You can play it where if your character dies, if you fail, you can go back. You can play it that way too. But I like the Iron Man mode. I think it's so amazing. Yeah.
그렇죠.
Yeah.
그리고 그 게임 스타일이 TRPG적이네요, 되게.
Yeah, it's a little bit like a tactical RPG. Yeah, I agree.
네. 보드 게임 느낌도
Yes.
강하고.
It's also like a board game. That's right. Yeah.
네. 우리 보드 게임도 다음에 에피소드로 한번 얘기하죠.
Yeah, we should definitely talk about board games. I think that'd be interesting.
네, 네. 보드 게임. 자, 아무튼 그래서 XCOM,
XCOM 2.
XCOM 2.
Yeah, XCOM 1 is
remake
good. Yeah, so yes. XCOM remake number 2. That's the game. And what was I going to say? Oh, there's also DLC for XCOM 2. It's called War of the Chosen, I think. I think it's called
네.
War of the Chosen. I might forget the name.
아, 네, 네.
But it adds new abilities, new enemies, new locations, new everything, and it just it's so good. The DLC for the game is really, really amazing too. Yeah.
오. 가끔 그렇게 DLC인데 본 게임이랑 완전히 다르게 새로운 컨텐츠로 빵빵하게 주는 게임들이 있더라고요.
Yeah, exactly. And I think if I recommend the game to people, play XCOM 2 no DLC. Play XCOM 2 original first. Then play again with DLC, because it adds so many new things. It's very complicated. A lot of complicated strategy and ideas. So yeah.
아, 네. 그래서 XCOM이었습니다. XCOM.
Yeah.
XCOM 2.
XCOM 2. That's my number one game. Yeah. So how about you?
근데 진짜 스타일이 다른 것 같긴 해요. 찌프는 고른 게임들이 좀 다 똑똑해야 잘할 수 있는 게임들인 것 같거든요. 제 넘버 원은 하프라이프 2입니다.
Oh, wow. Great game. Great game.
아, 그래요?
Yeah, I loved Half-Life 2. Yeah.
네, 하프라이프 2 사실
Mm-hmm.
하프라이프 2가 제가 게임의 재미를
Mm.
처음 느끼게 해준 게임이에요.
Mm-hmm.
네, 많은 외국인들이 한국인에 대해 가지고 있는 생각인 대체로 게임을 좋아할 것이고 게임을 잘할 것이다라는 생각과
Right. Right.
다르게 저는 게임을 어릴 때부터 못했거든요.
Mm-hmm.
네, 어릴 때 스타크래프트 뭐 하면 뭔지도 모르겠고 막 그래서 잘 못하고 그러니까 재미가 없고 그래서 몰랐는데 게임을 안 했는데
Right.
근데 우연히 중학생 때
Mm-hmm.
그 학교 친구가 그 당시에 저한테 스팀 아이디를 대신 빌려줘서
They let you borrow their ID and library.
네, 네.
Uh-huh.
네, 그래서 하프라이프 로스트 코스트였나?
Mm. Yeah.
그거를 먼저 해봤어요.
Right.
그리고 재밌어서 하프라이프 2도 본격적으로 했는데
Mm.
제가 그 3등 얘기할 때부터 얘기했던 그 메트로 시리즈 얘기할 때 했던
Right.
그 영화를 감상하는 느낌이 아니라 영화에 들어가서 영화를 플레이하는 느낌.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
네,
You're
네,
inside that world, inside the game. Yeah.
네. 그거를 처음으로 느끼게 해준 게임이 하프라이프 2였어요.
Wow. Yeah.
네, 그래서 뭐 엄청 오래되고
Yeah.
뭐 지금 다시 하지는 않지만
Mm.
그래도 딱 하나 꼽는 넘버 원은 하프라이프 2입니다.
Good choice. When you played Half-Life 2, you had never played Half-Life 1?
그게 사실은
Yeah.
하프라이프 1을
Mm-hmm.
한 20분 하고 안 했거든요.
Oh, okay. Okay.
하프라이프 1이랑 2가
Mm-hmm.
둘 다 있었어요.
Yes.
근데 그 당시에 하프라이프 1이랑 2랑 비교하면
Yeah.
그 조작하는 느낌이 좀 많이 떨어졌었거든요.
Yeah, absolutely.
네, 너무 불편하고
I think so
그
too.
막-
Yeah.
네, 그 조만한 그 헤드크롭이 막 저한테 날아오는데
Right.
나는 이거 휙휙휙휙 이렇게 휙휙휙휙 하는데 막 안 맞고 나 때리고
Right.
그래서 아씨 이게 뭐야 하고 껐다가 그리고 한동안 뒤에 로스트 코스트를 했는데 그건 또 다른 거예요.
Yeah. It's so much changed between Half-Life 1 and 2. Like, not just the graphics, but like the gameplay and the story, the characters. So much had evolved and improved in Half-Life 2. Yeah. It has like, yeah, I remember when I first played it also, and it is such an amazing game. This is before I started working at Valve. I played Half-Life 2. Then I started working at Valve a few years later.
오,
Yeah.
그랬구나.
Yeah.
와, 네, 그래서 진짜 그 게임 했을 땐 충격이었고,
Yeah.
그리고 그 튜토리얼이 없는 게임 스타일이 하프라이프가 처음이라고 들었는데,
Right.
그게 맞아요?
I think there were probably games before that were similar in some ways. But yeah, Half-Life 2 really did a lot of hard work to make sure you can play the game without a tutorial and that you learn just by playing. By playing the game, you learn everything you need. And it doesn't... how do I say it? Everything feels intuitive. You can understand it by playing. And yeah, it's so important.
맞아요.
Yeah.
그게
Uh-huh.
그래서 그 게임을
Mhm.
플레이하는 내내 되게 좀 신기하면서 이게 왜 이런 느낌이 들지라는 그런 이상한 느낌이 계속 있었거든요. 그 너무 자연스럽게
Right.
연결돼서 제가 몰입이 되는.
Right. So natural moving through. Yeah.
네.
Yeah. So of course Portal took a lot of inspiration from Half-Life 2 for making the tutorial not a tutorial, making making you learn as you play the game. And I think maybe you mentioned this, but it's sort of comprehensible input in when you play Portal or when you play Half-Life 2. You can understand what you see then, and you learn a little bit. You learn a new. Oh, you can crouch, you can jump, you can attack, and then you can open this door, but not that door. You can shoot this barrel to explode the barrel, right? So as you play, you learn more and more skills, comprehensible input, and then your skills grow over time. And later in the game, it's more complicated, but you have learned everything you need for that part, right? Yeah, Portal's the same way. Half-Life 2 is the same way. Yeah, I think I really like that style. Yeah.
네. 네, 참 그리고 그 하프라이프의 세계관, 그 스토리도 너무 매력적이고.
hmm
네.
Yeah, the story's cool. Like, I mean, like, the characters like Alex and Breen and
네.
Magnuson's in the DLC. He's not in the original, but
그렇죠, 그렇죠.
but like those characters, like the voice acting is so good, and they're back, at least back then. I haven't played it in a while, but their face animations, like the way they move, their eyes, their mouth, and everything was really amazing back then.
맞아요.
And the physics too. Like the physics were very surprising and exciting back then.
네.
It was a new technology.
네, 네.
Yeah.
그러니까 어떻게 그 시대 그때 그런 게임을 만들었지? 계속 궁금해요. 어떻게 그랬지, 진짜?
Yeah, I mean, it was in development for like at least 6 years, maybe 7. I would have to check the date, but it took a long time. And the other thing is that the people working at Valve are very, very, very smart. They're very good at what they do, not just programming, but they understand math and science, and they understand biology. So when you animate faces and eyes and mouth,
네.
you have to understand biology, right? Like
네.
how do humans move? Where do their muscles, So in architecture, there's people at Valve who know how to build a building, like a real building, right? Engineering and architecture. And they use that same skill to make characters in the game. When I was working at Valve, I worked with a puppeteer. So puppeteer is 인형, right? 인형?
네, 네. 이렇게.
Yeah. So she like this, like characters like this, right?
네.
So she's a very, very famous puppeteer.
네.
And in Portal 2, she did Wheatley, the character Wheatley. So, Wheatley, hello, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's all puppeteering, right?
오.
Yeah. So people who work at Valve have very, very strong skills that are important for telling a story and, showing the player, enjoyment and excitement, all these things. So, yeah.
그러면 궁금한데요.
Mm-hmm.
그렇게 퍼피티어링 인형사라고 하나? 아무튼 그럼 뭐 퍼피티어 스킬이 있는 사람, 뭐 그 건축 스킬이 있는 사람, 뭐 생물 바이올로지 뭐 이런 거 아는 사람, 그런 사람들이 전부 프로그래머면서 그런 것들을 하는 거예요?
Yeah, most of them program and do those skills, or sometimes they're an artist, like they can do 3D modeling or 3D animation, or painting, drawing, those sorts of skills too. It's a mix. Everybody has different skills, but yeah.
와,
Yeah.
와, 씨, 밸브 멋있다, 너무 멋있다.
Yeah, it's a cool place to work. I enjoyed it. Yeah, Half-Life 2. Yeah, I think it's probably, maybe it's number 4 for me. I don't know.
그래요?
Maybe. I have to think about it more. Picking 1, 2, and 3 was very hard. So picking 4 is also hard, right? Yeah.
맞아요.
Yeah.
그래요. 혹시 뭐 보고 계실 구독자님들께 부탁드리자면 그 찌프한테 하프라이프 3 안 나오냐고 안 물어보면 좋을 것 같습니다.
I always get that question. I don't know the
그러니까.
answer because I think I said this earlier, but I moved to Canada 4 years ago. I work at a different company now, and I do talk to my friends who still work at Valve. I'm still friends with quite a few of them, but we don't talk about the work they do. So I don't have any news. I don't know anything.
그래요. 물어봐도
Mm.
모릅니다.
Yeah, I just don't know.
네, 물어봐도 몰라요.
Yeah.
네. 그러면
Mhm.
탑 3에 넣을까 말까 고민했던 다른 게임도 있어요, 혹시?
Yeah, I was thinking about one of the games I really love is called Toki Tori 2. Toki Tori.
토끼토리 이름은 아는데 저.
It's about a little yellow chicken, a tiny yellow chicken,
네.
and it's a platform puzzle game. It's
네.
also a Metroidvania. It's a Metroidvania game. And so you have the ability as a chicken, you can or maybe you're a bird, not a chicken, I don't know. Some kind of bird. You can sing, you can go tweet 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 tweet,
네.
and you can stomp, you can hit the ground.
네.
That's it. You can tweet, you can stomp. But then in the game, there's all these different characters, like creatures. And if you sing to a creature or stomp near a creature, they do something different. They have a special behavior. And when two characters or creatures are near each other, they have a special interaction that do different things. And so there's no tutorial, there's no text in the game at all. As you play the game, you learn all these different special abilities and interactions you can do to solve puzzles. Like,
네.
what if you're near water and you stomp? What if you are near lava and what if water touches lava? What happens? What if you touch a bubble? What happens? What if you're hiding in the grass? What if you get picked up by an owl? What if? All these different questions. And as you go through the game, you solve puzzles, and it's an amazing game, Metroidvania game. So yeah, that was the game I thought a lot about. But yeah, I think I don't know. It's hard to pick top three, but I think these are my top three right now. Also, Prey. Do you know the game Prey?
프레이? 혹시 그 프레데터랑 연관된 게임인가요?
Yeah. Well, it's not Predator,
맞아요?
but it's how do I explain it? You're on a spaceship.
네.
It's and there's aliens on the spaceship,
오.
and you're trying to there's like kind of a lot of problems on the spaceship, like big disaster. It's a first person shooter, and it's also an RPG. It's kind of an RPG.
이거 재밌을 것 같은데요?
It's so fun. Yeah, it's amazing. For your style, I would recommend this game to you because it's kind of like Cyberpunk a little bit. It's a little bit like Cyberpunk. I think you would like it.
네,
But
그런 것 같아요.
yeah, I would recommend that game. But yeah, I don't know.
Prey.
Yeah, was there any other games that you thought about for your top three?
일단 원, 투는 저는 고정이에요. 원, 투는 안 바뀔 것 같고
Okay.
네, 뭐탑 3에 고민을 했던 거는
Mm-hmm.
다 비슷비슷한데 사실.
Okay.
그러니까 그 게임성은 비슷한데
Mm-hmm. All
하나는
similar styles.
네네 다 총 쏘는 게임들이에요.
Right.
네, 하나는 맥스 페인 1이고요.
Wow. Okay.
네, 그 게임의 독특한 개성과 그 만화책처럼 보여주는 스토리 진행
Yeah.
그리고
It's like a
막
comic.
네,
Yeah.
그 느와르 분위기와
Mm-hmm.
그런 bullet 타임 이런 액션이 되게
Right.
그때 되게 충격적이었고
Right. It came out maybe 1-2 years after The Matrix, when bullet time was very, very like exciting new feature idea. Yeah, but it was really cool to play a game that had bullet time in it like that. Mm-hmm.
네.
Mm.
그래서 그 사이버펑크에도
Mm-hmm.
그 지금 안 하지만 사이버펑크에도 그 블랙 타임 같은 그 기능을 쓸 수 있는 그 아이템이 있거든요.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
네,
time
저는
time
항상
slow down, slow motion kind of thing, slow motion.
그거는 산드비스탄인데
Mm.
그건 산드비스탄인데 산드비스탄은 저만 빠르게 움직일 수 있는
Right,
거고
right, right.
네 근데 산드비스탄 말고
Mm.
또 좀 너무 사람들 모르는 얘기인가? 근데 산드비스탄 말고 케렌지코프라는 뭐 부분도 있는데
Right.
그 케렌지코프를 쓰면은요
Mm.
그냥 시간이 분리 타임처럼 흘러서
Mm.
그 저도 상대방도 똑같이 움직여요 속도가
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
그게 진짜 분리 타임인 거죠.
Right, right. Yeah, you're right.
그래서 예, 예, 그래서 저는 산드비스탄을 안 쓰고
Right.
그 일부러 케렌치코프만 써요.
Yeah, that
맥스
makes
페인
sense.
때문에. 예,
Right, right. That's
그렇습니다.
cool.
네.
So I don't know.
뭐,
I think if to wrap it up, I guess I'll just say my top three again, and you can say your top three again, and we can try and wrap up.
네,
Okay.
네, 좋습니다.
So number three, Yoshi's Island. Number two, Outer Wilds. Number one, XCOM 2.
전부 머리를 많이 써야 하는 게임,
Mm.
아주 영특한 게임들.
Mm-hmm.
네, 그리고 저는 3위는 메트로 라스트 라이트, 메트로 라스트 라이트. 2위는 사이버펑크 2077. 네, 그리고 1위는 하프라이프 2입니다.
Mm. Cool.
네. 네. 그러면 뭐 오늘 어땠나요? 첫 에피소드였는데.
This was really fun. I really enjoyed this, and like, it's how do I say it? It's no stress for me because I can talk very naturally, and I can understand you very easily. So this was great. This was a great conversation, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to like talking with you a bunch more, and talking to other people too. But you know, finding ways that we can talk naturally about something and help the people who are listening try to learn more English or learn more Korean.
맞습니다. 안 그래도 이 한국어 그 언어 수준이 어떤지 물어보려고 했는데
Mm-hmm.
네, 편하게 이해를 할 수 있었다니 다행이네요.
Yeah, definitely.
네. 그리고 제 생각엔 물론 다양한 사람들이 있어서 확실하진 않지만 지프도 되게 이해하기 쉽게 영어를 해준 것 같아요.
Oh, good, good,
네, 좋습니다.
cool. Yeah.
그럼
You
뭐-
know,
네.
you should mention that you have, you know, a couple other YouTube channels for people who are learning Korean. You know, just let people know about those.
그렇죠. 그거 다른 게스트 나왔을 때 얘기했을 거라서 아마.
Okay, okay.
네. 근데 뭐 짧게 얘기하자면
Mhm.
태용쌤 dash comprehensible input Korean이라는
Mhm.
comprehensible input theory라는 뭐 그런 생각을 가지고 만드는 주로 게임을 플레이하면서 한국어 듣기 연습을 할 수 있는 유튜브 채널을 하나 하고 있고요.
Mhm.
그리고 두 번째는 지금 이런 식으로 여러 게스트들이랑 이야기하는데 한국어로만 이야기하는 팟캐스트가 또 하나 있습니다.
Mhm.
그 팟캐스트의 이름은 All Things Korean 팟캐스트인데
Mhm.
네, 말 그대로 그냥 모든 것에 대해서 모든 주제에 대해서 한국어로 이야기하자
Mm.
하고 만든 채널이에요.
Right. Natural
네,
Korean
그래서-
conversations.
맞아요. 그래서
Yeah.
주제가 굉장히 다양하고 네, 뭐 일관성이 없습니다.
Cool. Yeah, and then I don't have any other teaching channels, but on my YouTube channel I do a lot of Let's Play. We call them Let's Play videos. So I'll play Korean independent games and I'll react to them in Korean. But it's not really a teaching channel. I guess you can try to learn Korean from them, but mostly I'm just playing, and I play a lot of visual novel games, basically games where you read a lot of text, because that's how I learn. It's for me to learn. So yeah, that's it.
네, 그럼 많은 관심 부탁드리고 다음 에피소드에서는
Mhm.
에피소드 중간중간에
Mhm.
광고 클립을 넣어야 되겠어요.
Okay.
그래서 쌍근 그
Oh.
광고 영상도 넣고
We could talk about Sangun if you want.
아 네네 저 쌍근 맨날 해요 매일.
Every day?
네 매일 해요.
와우.
매일 아침에 일어나서 화장실 갔다가 침대 정리하고 물 마시고 밖에 한 10분 정도 산책하고 오거든요.
Mm.
항상 산책하면서 쌍근 풀어요.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it only takes 5 minutes a day. Yeah.
네. 그래서 그리고 저희 엄마도 매일 합니다.
Oh, your mom plays?
네.
Oh, it's an honor. That's great.
네네. 아, 좋은 게임 만들어주셔서 감사드리고. 그러면 들어주셔서 감사드리고요. 여기까지 하프앤하프의 정태용이었습니다.
And I'm Jeep. Thanks for listening to Half and Half. See you next time.